everybody, Jason here of GhostbustersNews.com, and as always, Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube. And if you're watching the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel, there's a very high chance that, well, you like Ghostbusters, which also means there's a pretty high chance that you own some Ghostbusters memorabilia. You may even have a Ghostbusters collection somewhere in your house. And if you don't have a Ghostbusters collection, there's a high chance that you probably have a collection of something else, some type of collectible or figurine or maybe even stamps. Maybe you collect stamps. And as a collector myself, I'm sure you guys are going to agree with me here that there are certain things that you want to add to your collection, but you just think that they're out of reach. They're kind of like your holy grails. Well, recently I acquired one of my holy grails. More importantly, 5 of my holy grails. For those that missed the video, last week here on the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel, we took a look at this custom Ecto Glow Janine Melnitz figure. Now this figure was made by Toy Source and Toy Source Games over on Instagram. We bought it via their Etsy page, and this figure was limited to only 10 pieces. And as you can see, the figure itself, I mean, looks perfect. I mean, this looks like a legit Real Ghostbusters figure from Kenner. And I snagged this figure for $150 US because I knew if by chance one day somehow I was able to actually find the Real Ghostbusters Ecto Glow figures, I'd be kicking myself that I missed out on this because they never released a Janine. They released the main 4 guys, Ray, Peter, Winston, and Egon. They released Lewis, but never a Janine Melnitz. The only problem though is as I was waiting for this figure, I got an itch. I had a craving. I needed the Real Ghostbusters Ecto Glow figures. I needed the legit ones from Kenner, and because this was coming in the package, I needed Real Ghostbusters Ecto Glow figures in the package as well. I needed them like sealed, minty fresh, on card. So every day for like 2 weeks, I went on eBay and I searched Real Ghostbusters Ecto Glow. I searched that, and eventually, one night, I saw listings for 4 out of the 5 characters. Ray, Peter, Winston, and Lewis. There was no Egon listed whatsoever, and I saw the option for an offer. So I put 4 offers in for all 4 of those figures. And my first offer, it was rejected. It was for the Peter figure. But my next offer for Ray, it was accepted. And then Winston was accepted. And then Lewis was accepted. And oh my god, at this point, I started realizing I had to pay for these figures because Ecto Glow figures, they're costly. They cost a lot. Once again, especially if you want them on card and in relatively good condition. So I then put another offer in for the Peter Venkman figure. The seller accepted, and then I messaged him and I said, hey, you know what? You got these 4. Do you have an Egon? Do you have the 5th figure to complete this set? He said yes. He listed it. I purchased it. More money just out the window. And I bought them all. I bought all 5 Ecto Glow figures. And let me tell you, the rush of excitement that was coming through me, so high. The next morning, when I took a look at my PayPal in terms of the money I spent, that excitement was, it diminished. It diminished a little bit there. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, Jason, what did you spend on these figures? Well, I don't want to give you a grand total, but pretty much each figure in Canadian currency cost me about $200 to $300 a piece, which honestly I think is actually really good for Ecto Glow figures. I have to admit though that I'm kicking myself when I turned down Ecto Glow figures like 10 years ago when I saw them at like $50 a piece for like Canadian listings, because I was like, oh, you know what? $50 a piece for Ecto Glow figures, they're too high. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend that. I was an idiot. And I'm sure a lot of people out there would call me an idiot because as you've been seeing all throughout this video, we've been showing clips of them, shots of them. I now have them. The Ecto Glow figures, Ray, Peter, Winston, Egon, and Lewis, they have arrived at the Ghostbusters News headquarters, and they are now in my collection. Now, I'm also sure some fans are scratching their heads, why are these figures like so costly? Why are they so rare? And I'm actually quite surprised because there's been a lot of Ghostbuster fans that have messaged me, that have emailed me, wondering what the heck Ecto Glow really even is. There's actually a lot of fans out there that didn't even know these Real Ghostbusters Ecto Glow figures even existed. They were like that rare when it came to like hitting store shelves back in 1991. I mean, this is not like the tail end of the Ghostbusters line. This is in fact the end of Kenner's Real Ghostbusters line. This was it. I believe they were only released in the United States, at least that's what I've been told and heard. They're also only available at limited retailers as well. And let's be truthful, in 1991, the Ghostbusters, the Real Ghostbusters, they weren't that hot. The majority of children had already switched over to things like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by then. So now that I've got these figures in hand, originally I kind of thought that maybe we'd do like a review of them, like I was going to unbox them and have them on display with my other Real Ghostbuster figures, but I gotta say, I love the packaging just as much as the figures here. And I don't know if I'm turning more into like a mint on card collector. I mean, that could be the trend. I mean, I think that is the trend lately for some of my videos. But I love just the way this looks, and I can't open it. But I do want to give a quick once-over to every figure in the line to show you each and every figure, because once again, there's a lot of fans out there that didn't even know this Ecto Glow series existed. So let's first take a look at Egon Spengler. Taking a look at the front of the package here, I mean, once again, I've already said it, I just said it, just how beautiful these look. Such a great collector's piece to any Ghostbusters collection. I'm so happy I finally have these and pulled that trigger. Now taking a look at the figure here, once again, like just so beautiful. I love the art up top there, featuring Egon and the Gel Jaw Ghost going head to head. And honestly, the art on the cards of all the Kenner figures, I've always loved. I really wish there was a way to buy like prints of this old school original art, because I would like line the walls of my house with them. Taking a look at the figure here, I mean, the molds being used for all these Ghostbusters, they're the molds that we saw with several of the Kenner Real Ghostbuster figure releases, so nothing too new there. But of course, where this figure does differ, of course, he has got Ecto Glow. He glows! And with that, it's pretty obvious to see where he's going to glow on the figure there. That kind of semi-translucent plastic being used. And each figure in the line does have these like really funky neon stripes on their flight suit, with purple and green being used on Egon here, and then we also have the, well, his name, Egon, being written down on the right leg. Now in addition to that, Egon also does come with a mask as well. Because Egon's traditional head, that's not glow in the dark, but the mask is, so the idea is you put the mask on the character's face, and then like his, well, pretty much his entire body glows in the dark, aside from his hands, I guess. As mentioned previously, he does come packed in with the Gel Jaw Ghost, and an interesting tidbit on the Ecto Glow Ghosts that are included, they're some of the only Real Ghostbusters pack-in Kenner Ghost figures that actually include a paint app. As you can see there, the Ghost does come with these funky blue eyes. The Proton Pack and Wand are also glow in the dark there. You can also see a purple cable attaching the pack to the wand. Now the biggest change when it comes to the Proton Packs here is the stream. Each Real Ghostbuster, their stream is entirely different when it comes to the molding. That is because the stream will actually wrap around the ghost that comes with that buster. Now taking a look at the back of the card here, we've got the Ecto Glow Hero instructions up top here, and I know it shows Peter on the back of here, and that's because the backs of every single Ecto Glow figure is the exact same. There's no change there. Gives you instructions on how to wrap the proton streams around the ghosts, and obviously you twirl them around. And we also see an advertisement for tons of the other Real Ghostbusters action figures, which I do want to point out, it does feature the Glow Copter on the back of here. And if you knew about Real Ghostbusters Ecto Glow figures beforehand and you know the whole story with them, well then you already know that the Glow Copter never saw the light of day. It never got released. Like, this is such a cool figure, such a cool line. I'm kind of kicking myself that I waited so long to once again pull that trigger and buy the Ecto Glows. Man, so cool. Let's continue on here. We got Egon. Let's now take a look at Winston Zeddemore. As the trend here, of course, we got this great art up top here depicting Winston battling the Rapper Ghost. Shifting gears over to the actual figure here, it's what you'd expect, very similar to what we saw with the Egon figure. The big change up here with Winston, though, is that the colors being used on the actual body are different, with blue and orange, and also very much like the Egon figure, the Winston name is written down on the right-hand leg. We've also got Winston's mask inside the package here. We've got the Rapper Ghost. Once again, we got a paint app there to the eyeballs. And of course, we also have the proton stream there, which can wrap around the Rapper Ghost. Makes sense, right? It's the Rapper Ghost. It's a proton stream. It wraps around. Good gimmick. Good gimmick, Kenner. Now, speaking of Kenner, because, I mean, this whole video we're talking about Kenner toys, my favorite Kenner action figure was like the OG original race stance, but I think the Ecto Glow race stance has him beat here. As you can see from the packaging here, Ray comes bundled with the Gulper Ghost. Gulper Ghost probably best remembered coming with the original Series 1 Egon Spengler figure. Really love the design work on Ray's flight suit here. We got this like really funky neon orange along with this nice pink. And everybody's name is on the flight suits here, with Ray's name going down the left breast. We've also got all the goodies inside, including Ray's mask. Once again, the Gulper Ghost featuring the blue paintwork there on the eyes. And of course, we got the proton pack with the wand and with that unique proton stream to wrap around that Gulper Ghost. Coming up next, we've got Dr. Venkman, Dr. Peter Venkman. Man, this was once again the one that I put an offer in first and it wasn't accepted. So I'm very, very, very happy to have this. Don't want to squeeze it too hard. Don't want to damage it. But Venkman there does come bundled with the Spider Ghost, and I love the art here. I think actually this is probably one of my favorite pieces of Kenner art on any of the old cards. That Spider Ghost looks like really creepy, really eerie. Taking a look down at the action figure here, you know what to expect. He's got blue and green paint app on the flight suit with his name written right across his chest. Now with regards to accessories, everybody, you know what to expect by now. We got the Venkman mask inside of there. We also have the Spider Ghost with, it looks like some pretty funky purpley pink kind of neon eyes. And once again, we do have the Proton Pack inside with that unique Proton Stream. Now, one thing you may have noticed as we've been taking a look at all these figures is that, for the most part, all of these figures are unpunched, meaning that the this little area right here where usually, the peg would come out of if they've been pegged in the store, that would be punched. There'd be a hole there. The only figure I actually picked up out of all these figures that were actually punched was the final figure here in the line, Louis Tully. And because he was punched and because there's a little bit more damage to the bubble here, I got a pretty nice deal on him, so I actually can't complain too much. Maybe down the road I'll upgrade my Louis and I'll get one that's, unpunched just for completion's sake, but for the time being, I'm happy with this guy, more than happy with this guy. Taking a look at the packaging here, once again, we've got Louis Tully, and he comes with the Meanie Weenie Ghost. Now, Lewis's color scheme is pretty similar to what we saw with Winston, but the orange is a bit different. Actually, Lewis's orange that's being used here, this like neon orange, is the same kind of color tone that we saw with Ray's character. And much like that Ray figure, we've got Louis, his name, and I know I'm getting tired of saying it now too, but for pack-ins, we've got the Ecto Glow mask, we have got the Ghost, which once again is the Meanie Weenie Ghost, and we've got the Proton Pack with that unique Proton Stream. And before I forget, the keyword in Ecto Glow is of course glow, and this is how the Ecto Glow figures still look after nearly 30 years. So vibrant. I mean, these things look incredible, from the characters to their masks to the ghosts to the proton packs. Once again, I love these guys. And that does it for our look today at the 5 Real Ghostbusters Ecto Glow Heroes figures. I can't believe I just said that. I never thought I would review them here on the channel because I never thought I'd have them. Once again, these are holy grail items to me, and I'm so happy I took the plunge. I'm so happy I picked these up. At the same time, I mean, this figure, this custom Janine, once again, if you haven't seen the review, watch it. It's up here on the YouTube channel. This custom figure was the catalyst for it all. I bought this, and then I needed, I mean, I'm not sugarcoating it. I needed the Real Ghostbusters Ecto Glow figures. And as I've already said, I'm so happy I got them here, guys. So that does it for today's video, guys. I'm really hoping today's video doesn't like further skyrocket the Ecto Glow prices on eBay. If they do, or if this does, I'm sorry. That's not the intentions. I just wanted to share, once again, these Ecto Glow figures. So there's so many people that didn't even know they existed. I'm so ecstatic to finally add them to the Ghostbusters News collection. I never thought this day would come. As always, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News here on YouTube. Bust that little bell notification icon. If you like what we do, think about maybe signing up to the Ghostbusters News Patreon page, and I will see everybody right back here next time. Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube.